Welcome to the 59th till 63rd episode of the Chicken Chess Club podcast. My name is Jan Gustafsson. It only took us 4 weeks to assemble the team. Guys, how are you? Peter still asleep, so we will start with Monsieur Laurent Fressinet, still in front of his trusted green screen. You're not in Baku yet?
I'm leaving tomorrow, so tomorrow means Friday, 28th. Do you think we missed? I mean, some people are missing us, or how does that work?
Only it's 2 or 3 people, but if they will tweet, then Peter will read this as a tremendous success for the podcast and his views.
Yeah, we kind of. I don't know. Yeah, if some people are missing us, and whose mistake is it? I mean, I'm part of this because I'm kind of traveling and playing quite a lot these days, but I think the main mistake comes from PH. Hey PH, how is life?
Yeah, well, now I should either defend myself or describe my life. I don't know.
You mean start with your golf trip, please.
Well, my golf trip was the latter part of things. First, actually, there was NATO summit in Vilnius where I live. This was a pretty amazing experience. Basically, going down for to pick up your pizza, you get blocked by Biden's motorcade passing by and things like this. So this was a very interesting experience. I went to both see Zelensky speak and to see Biden speak in big public forums. So this was very interesting, of course, as a spectator in that way. And you're right. The week after that, I had a golf trip for 4 days. I would say that I told you well in advance that I'm going for this golf trip, so I don't think that should be seen as a huge obstruction.
But just to be clear, you play golf every day from 8 till 3, right?
Yeah, but I was practicing.
And then you had a golf trip afterwards.
Yeah,
so that's not part of the golf.
I mean, well, you should see it as a tournament, right? I knew that I had a friend coming over for a really long golf trip, and I had to prepare for it. So basically, I was preparing 6 hours a day, and then when the golf trip happened, we played from, let's say, 8 to 12 in the morning in Tallinn. Then we drove to Pärnu. We were there in the afternoon. Then we played there for 5 more hours, and then we drove to Riga. So basically, for 4 days in a row, we were just doing nothing except for golfing, eating, and sleeping, basically. And no, I managed to play 8 rounds of golf in 4 days with a friend and play all the cool courses in Estonia. It was a really interesting trip, actually. So that I really enjoyed. So no, I mean, well, unlike, for instance, Laurent's World Cup, I prepared heavily for it. You're right. The result was worse than Laurent's will be in the World Cup, but it was a very interesting experience, I would say.
So how would you rate your golf level nowadays?
I don't know. Maybe between 15 and 1700 will be.
Oh, that's not as bad as I thought.
No, probably 1500.
What's your handicap?
Yeah, that's a good question. Also, I mean, there is some new system that I don't fully understand. It used to be.
Who's typing so loudly? Is it Peter or Mr. Dodgy? Probably Peter.
Oh, are you revealing confidential information there?
No, I'm just guessing.
Yeah, exactly. No, I thought Mr. Dodgy or something that we try not to talk about. But I think I'm like 22.3 in handicap, but that's also, it's not very good, but so probably more like 1500, I would say. But I've improved quite a lot recently and such. But it's an interesting game. I spent a lot of time outside. I'm pretty sunburned, stuff like this and such.
You look very, very tan.
Thanks a lot. That means a lot to me that you say that.
Yeah.
But
how about you?
I mean, I also had a trip to Denmark now with my family and kids for the last 6 days. So, but in terms of, well, the podcast not getting done and Laurent trying to blame me, I would say that for some point, Laurent was just stonewalling when we suggested, can we actually do it in the morning? And the morning means before 12 o'clock, right?
No. The morning meant like 8:39, you said. From 10, I'm always available.
Okay.
Starting from 10. Okay, I don't want to wake up for you guys. 9 or 8:30. This is not my time. So how about you, Jan? And yeah, also I didn't want to see Jan in some exotic country. I'm so jealous, but no choice. He moved there apparently.
My life remains rough. I don't have the exciting golf trips that Peter has, or the eternal happiness that Paris can offer to you. Now I'm in Thailand. I was in Bali for I don't know like 3 weeks. Now I'm in Thailand for maybe another week. Then brief stop home. Then Ibiza. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but somehow I end up in exotic holiday locations. So I guess it could be worse.
Ibiza in August. That I didn't expect you to go there, but yeah, congratulations.
Working.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what's going on. No, I haven't followed a lot of chess. I would guess neither have you. So
I did. I'm playing. I'm following chess. I was watching, for instance, Zagreb, this bullet. I was playing this. I'm very happy about. I'm more happy than usual because I qualified for this Division 2 in Julius Baer tournament. So I was even...
Just for me and Jan just to sort of define our level of jealousness. Do you earn a lot of money by that, or are you just going to be beat by even stronger players now?
No, I get some guaranteed. I mean, Division 2, you get 3,000 guaranteed. So it's not, even if you lose all your matches starting from now. So it's
such a cash machine.
Yeah.
Can you do it while you're playing in Baku?
No, it's after the French Championship. Our French Championship, which starts.
Oh, of course.
So if I get to the semifinals in Baku, I'm just leaving. I'm just forfeiting because there is the most important event of the year.
But you might be through to the candidates then anyway.
French Championship, have you organized all the black games or still work to do?
No, this is knockout matches now. So
knockout. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So it's a bit. At some point you have to win a game, which is a bit. Oh, maybe not. Actually, we still have this Armageddon. So yeah, no, that was good. That was a couple of days ago. Okay, I lost to King's Gambit to Nepo. That was a bit painful, but for the rest, it went.
You didn't watch his course?
It went well. No, I was doing. I mean, like I lost some don't know can. I mean, the opening had nothing to do with the result.
Supposed to be a pawn up in that ending, right?
Yeah, I was not. I
Do you
guess
think the King's Gambit is losing?
No.
It's probably a draw, right?
Yeah,
I think normally white holds at some point.
I mean, when there is this TC Easy tournaments, they have this pretty crappy King's Gambit, and white is drawing them quite well. I think even at sort of top level correspondence, I saw some guy doing King's Gambit, and don't think he was losing. No, I don't think it's that bad at all.
No, I think it's a draw.
It's a bad opening, but it's not that bad, meaning losing at all.
No, you go from whatever 0.30 to minus 0.50, but it's a draw with this player.
It's a very stupid choice, but
but for Rapid, I mean, Nepo is using it for Rapid, and you have some
good
surprise. I think it's he's playing super fast, but that doesn't matter. It's not has nothing to do with the opening, but still, I mean, it's not really pleasant to face. But yeah, I don't.
As we used to say, opponent factor.
Opponent factor. Yeah. I have to prepare better.
Mm-hmm. Just out of knowledge of your preparation, do you know who you are playing in? Let's say round 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the World Cup, just so we can.
Yeah.
You do? Quick, tell us.
So I'm playing Jabri, Algerian player, 22-20 in the first round. Then if I win, I'm playing Abazov. Okay, if he wins against this 2200, then Giri, and then Jordan or Svidler. That's far.
I think enough. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you only played the first 4 rounds.
Yeah.
You have a bracket, so you are just. You're looking at. Let's say if I get against Giri already, I think it's after that it's a bonus. I mean, because I think it's if I win the second round, I'm already very, very happy. Well, and then it's just extra, so we will see.
All right, we've missed so much chess action. There was the Zagreb Grand Chess Tour. won by Magnus Carlsen. That feels like it was 2 years ago. He scored 9 out of 9 in Blitz one day. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think we did a preview on that tournament actually, and
I don't recall at all.
I think I said Magnus is the favorite in the tournament. So
I think that was probably the conclusion.
Yeah, we all said that. I said it would be a 2-horse race, but it was not. It was just Magnus crushing
we
the
all
the
said
field.
it was a 2-horse race between Magnus and Alireza?
It will be, I said.
Something
it
you
will
would
be.
say.
Yeah, I said that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Alireza did okay, but I think he was third at the end or fourth.
Well, also, to be fair, it was a bit like a Magnus tournament. He started the first day in Rapid with +1. Then maybe he get back to 50% or even -1 or something like this.
No, I don't think so.
I think he got back to 50% at least.
Yeah.
And then, well, maybe he ended up on +1 and he was, 2 blitz points behind when the blitz started. And then, at some point he just accelerated and maybe he even won 11 games in a row. But as Jan pointed out, nine games in a row in one day. So it's like, Well,
he had some scary moments. I remember against Lupulescu in the last Rapid game, which could have gone quite wrong for him. But then in the Blitz, I mean, I watched live actually without getting paid the whole Blitz action. That was amazing because I mean, you see the guy with 4 out of 4. I mean, you want to know, yeah. You just think, okay, when he makes a door, I just switch off. But it didn't happen. So that was really something to watch. Yeah.
And also,
Magnus playing well, a bit lucky not lucky, but he was winning all the times Campbell. You have this 2 seconds each, and they just you don't know what's going on. You guess that players, they are not in control for sure, but at the end of the day, he's just winning every time. So that was amazing.
He's gotten so good at this 3+2 format. Just keep making good moves with 2 seconds every 2 seconds, basically, right?
Yeah, it's just.
I guess most of the modern players or the top players are very, very good at it. For me, I'm not sure if you guys have played it much. I think we talked about it. I can't do it at all because I grew up playing 5-0 and I always wanted to be ahead on the clock and then the opponent gets in time trouble. But this 3+2, when you have to make a good move every 2 seconds, feels like a very different format to me. I don't.
Yeah, but since then I saw this bullet. Have you seen one of the bullet matches? Let's say
we'll get to that against Hikaru.
Yeah. But these 2 seconds actually is plenty of time for them.
Yeah, exactly.
This bullet. It's just when you see the guys playing bullet and the level they are playing at. You feel 2 seconds for them is just way too much. It's 10 seconds for us or something.
Well, honest question. If you had 2 hours, or all of us, you can give your opinion for all of us, 2 hours against Magnus with 3 minutes plus 2 seconds per move, what are the chances?
I don't know, because you can think on my time.
I don't know.
We're probably underdogs, right?
Better for sure.
It should be possible to measure. I think underdog is too strong, isn't it?
I'm not sure at all. Because I can think on your time, he's not going to blunder with this 2 seconds.
And you think that me suddenly, thinking for half an hour, preparing a quick sequence of moves.
Calculating the same line 7 times, then forgetting, make some other move.
Yeah, maybe not.
I would do it. It's maybe shameful, but I think honestly, we'll never find out, but we're probably underdogs.
No.
I beat him a few weeks ago in 10+2, so...
Okay. You're a massive favorite.
So I don't feel like. No, I don't know. Yeah, no. It's sometimes the level is amazing. But we will get to the bullet. In the bullet, I'm pretty sure. Like out of 100 games, I'm not a favorite to score half point. They are just too good with the mouse. They would flag anyway. They're just way too good.
I
think you'd get half a point.
I'm really not sure. No, really. No, I'm not doing.
Even I would do that. Come on, it's 100 games.
Oh, come on, 100 games. Have you seen Naka games?
No, honestly.
No, just watch some. Just watch 10 minutes of that, and then we talk again.
A lot of fascinating future experiments here.
Yeah,
just need to get Hikaru to play Peter 100 bullet games.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
He would do it for sure. No, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, Peter, I really don't think you make a draw.
We need to make this happen.
Yeah, okay.
How? I mean, you will get flagged. I
Maybe
mean,
you're right. Yeah.
I mean, like, how can this happen? I mean,
But
the
half a
guy
point?
plays the first 15 moves. He's playing in 5 seconds. I mean,
Do
first
you
of
have
all,
any bullet experience, Peter? Do you have a bullet
Not
background?
in the last 20 years, no.
Okay.
No.
Then I might not like the
Yeah.
chances.
I actually think I would do a clean zero against him.
Probably
Yeah, no,
yes,
for
actually.
sure. I mean,
Oh.
no chance.
Okay.
Because you,
Fair
you,
enough.
you won't get you won't mate him in 20 moves or something, you know.
Could, but yeah. Fair enough.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Anyway, to more pleasant
we
subject,
settled that.
I would say that, well, this tournament in Zagreb, I mean, we were sort of, sometimes in a day or two, it looks like Magnus is not really that much better. But then suddenly, well, these things happen, right? Where he scores an absurd amount of points, right? And that still makes him stand out from the others. I mean, also, well, we haven't mentioned, Zagreb was incredibly strong. It was not only Firouzja, right? It was, who was there? Caruana, So,
Nepo, we have the list.
Nepomniachtchi, Maxim, right?
Vichy. No.
Gukesh.
Kamsky, Grishuk.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that
Grishuk?
was Mind Games 2012.
Yeah, I think so. Geary. Yeah. No, but I mean, it's making 9 out of 9 is kind of ridiculous, right? Some were debating if Kasparov had something similar, but I'm not sure.
No,
But the debate is not really that Magnus is the best in rapid and blitz. No, because he can have these outlier results. The debate recently has been if he still has in classical, and now we have this new debate, which we can get to, or maybe it's not even a debate, if Nakamura is stronger in bullet. But I think rapid and blitz, no one's really questioned
No.
his dominance. No,
Are you
No.
saying someone debates Classical? Maybe
his
they do.
dominance. I mean, he has to establish at least. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think you take anybody over him in a tournament, but he hasn't shown us for what.
No.
Well, in rapid and blitz, he hasn't won everything, but he's still consistently the very, very best.
Also, he's winning. I mean, we'll get to that, but he's winning also online stuff on a very, very regular basis. So, I mean, yeah.
Didn't he
that's
also have 11 out of 11 in one of these Title Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's
A
making
lot of 100% out there.
Yeah.
So the usual conclusion, Magnus still good at chess, but he lost a bullet match quite clearly to Hikaru Nakamura, and he had a lot of praise for Hikaru afterwards, paraphrasing, he said. He always knew Hikaru might be stronger in bullet than him, but he didn't think it was that clear, that much stronger. And yeah, he said both of their strength is just that they're better in chess, which also makes them better in bullet because they're more capable of finding good moves quickly. And he sounded genuinely very, very impressed with Hikaru. Did you follow the match, Laurent?
Yeah, I follow a few matches actually because it was double elimination. So Magnus actually lost to Alireza, then Alireza lost to Hikaru, and then they played again, Alireza against Magnus. Then that time Magnus won and got the final against Hikaru. He had to beat twice Hikaru in the same day. I mean, didn't happen once, so it was the first match. And yes, I followed most of these matches, even maybe all of them. Yeah, that was just amazing. I mean, like Hikaru is so sharp tactically. I mean, he sees some tricks in just in a split second, not even a second actually, but some devilish tap. Wow, that's just sick. While I mean, don't misunderstand me. I mean, Alireza and Magnus are also very, very impressive. I mean, Alireza was very close to beating Naka, but yeah, Naka is just the first few moves. Actually, is taking this 2-3 seconds leads in general in the first 10-15 seconds, and actually, it's very, very important because at the end of the day, you can flag people. So that was an amazing show. I mean, that was just one of the best show I saw for years, and I was so impressed by the guys. Just I was wondering during the match exactly what I said, if I would make a draw out of 100 games, because as Peter, I have a bit more practice over the last 20 years in bullet, but that's less than 50 games. So, that's 2 games a year of bullet. So this is not I'm very slow with the mouse, basically. So I think I would be. I mean, that's yeah. I
We
mean,
have to
if I
find
would
out.
score,
That's good
yeah.
content. I can beat my friend Etienne 1,000 games, and then I can lose 100 games to Magnus or Alireza or
But
Hikaru.
you're better than us, no? In bullet, you practice more, yeah.
I haven't played much recently. I used to be good for like old day standards, but I think I'm just so much slower than any regular bullet player in the final seconds. I don't have any pre-move skills or any of these patterns. Like, I'm very bad at it, but I used to be good. I mean, old man talking.
Yeah, so that was a good show. I recommend. I mean, like, I hope I'm sure they will continue because many people were watching, and that was just very, very entertaining and very impressive.
Excellent. I don't think we've talked about the Women's World Championship. Let's move on to that. I was wrong as usual. I called everybody out for calling Zhu Wenjun the favorite because I thought Lei Tingzhe was the favorite, and Lei Tingzhe took the lead in the match. It looked like everything was going according to plan. I was getting very ready for telling the pundits out there, I told you so. But then Zhu Wenjun came back, first equalized the match, then won, I believe, the final game, taking a page out of Ding's playbook, playing d4, knight f6, knight f3, d5, e3. And won a convincing game after Lei Tingzhe went a little wrong outside of the opening. So Zhu Wenjun does defend the title. Congratulations to her. Apologies, I was wrong. Lei Tingzhe, if you're listening, still a big fan. Next time you'll win.
She seems to me that she was better in the first half, and then when she took the lead,
she started getting a little defensive.
Yeah,
also, her edge in the opening started becoming a little smaller.
Yeah, she was under pressure the second part of the match and under serious pressure. So it's all well deserved for Zhu Wenjun, and it was actually, I was following as well. And I to be fully honest, I didn't think I would follow that much, but I did. I mean, I did even some live action because.
Is there anybody on earth that follows more chess than Laurent Fressinet these days?
No, okay. I'm watching some chess, more than Peter. Peter is thinking about opening.
Peter's busy. Peter's on the golf course out there in nature.
I was following it for sure, and I genuinely agree that Lei seemed dominant and quite the better player in the first part, which I think was played in Shanghai, right? But then the second part was played in her home city, and there, I mean, the break didn't do her much good, as you said. Zhu Wenjun equalized quickly. Actually, she was very quick to equalizing in the previous game, I think. And no, she was quite dominant in the latter part. About the last game, I don't think it was as convincing as you said. No, she had a nice position, but then she kind of blundered. At some point, she could have gotten an almost winning edge, but she blundered a tactical sequence, which maybe didn't give Lei an edge, but she went from being much worse to being slightly better. But she replied by a very strange blunder. She played the move e5, allowing knight f5, just losing technically immediately. That was a very weird and a little bit sad end to the match as I saw it, because it was just kind of difficult to explain one move blunder as I saw it. And then it just was a very easily technically winning position.
Yeah. No idea what happened, but a lot of pressure would be my best guess, playing in her home city with the lead, and then this final game, of course, a lot of pressure on both Zhu Wenjun, who I think is 32 now, the more experienced player. Lei Tingzhe is 25, 26, and climbed up through the ranks recently. But both, I think, was an equal match, exciting to watch. I stand by that. I thought Lei Tingzhe was stronger. Going into it, she also looked better prepared, but then, it's always easy to say. The pressure caught up to her. You could also say Zhu Wenjun very smartly adjusted her openings, the game plan, and won very deservedly in the end.
I was the only one. I don't think we discussed that, but I don't think I was the only one to be surprised by their seconds, their main seconds, which was Radjabov for Lei.
Radjabov and Raymond Song.
and Hari Krishna was for Juvenjun, so some top guys, not a single Chinese player, as it was for Ding, as far as I understood. So that's a bit weird because they have all this World Championship title, but they don't take any. They have so many grandmasters, so many top players, but they don't take help from inside. But I mean, that's good choices, I guess. Hari Krishna and Rajabov are just very, very strong players. And I don't know what are your thoughts on that?
I'm not sure. From what I heard, I'm not sure if on or off the record is that Ding maybe thought it was also good to expand a little for his match, because this is just what I heard. I'm not sure if it's true that there were some feelings that the culture was too much pushing the button and playing the first line in Chinese chess, which I don't think it's just Chinese chess. I think that's what everybody's doing basically. But yeah, maybe not if you get Rapport. Maybe
Top
you don't
notch.
get one of the top 5 lines. So you had a good point there. But I have no idea. I would think chess is fairly global now, and they would just look for strong, available seconds, Chinese or international. I don't think it matters that much. Everybody speaks English, no? Like, so yeah, I think they just probably, especially Lei Tingzhe at short notice, tried to get the best, or I'm not sure, was that short notice the best help as possible. And Zhou and June, I have no idea what the Hari Krishna connection is. I was a bit surprised to read that name. But to have non-Chinese, I think nowadays it's fairly standard. No, like, I know you prefer to work with French only, but other than that, I mean, it's it's an international game.
No, I agree, but yeah, we're not used to see, or maybe we are. I don't know what used to be in the past.
It's 3 World Championship choices in a row, no, where they went with, among others, non-Chinese coaches.
This match with the 2 Chinese players, I can more understand it. It maybe could even be some kind of centralized decision. Ding was more surprising for me in a way, but what do we know? I mean,
that could also be it. I have no insights if they're sharing files. To me, it looked like, but once again, from the outside, that Lei Tingzhe has been doing a lot of work either by herself or with coaches over the last 2-3 years. And Zhou and June seemed a little more of it, but yeah, she came through, and props to her. Very strong player. Has been for a long time.
Yeah, no.
She was
Lei was
dominating
in the beginning, but then she seemed like she was running out of stuff, and when June started to cope with things, right?
No, they played well. I mean, honestly speaking, they didn't play like their rating. I mean, they are showing a rating of 25, 60, 70, but I thought the level was much higher, actually.
Really? I thought they played more or less to their ratings.
No. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I wanted to say something nasty, but I will refrain from
it. Okay.
That's great. Pity. What else is happening? Peter Svidler is the Hungarian rapid champion. That's a bit of a tough segue to get from the Women's World Championship to the Hungarian Rapid Championship. But good for our boy Peter Svidler, going places.
Yeah, it was a very strong rapid event.
Champion?
I don't think it was just some tournament in Hungary. Okay. Maybe it was a championship, but many people. I saw Maxime Lagarde complaining about his last round on Instagram or somewhere. That's how I heard about the tournament. So.
What was he complaining about?
That he didn't win a winning position. What chess players are complaining about? Yeah, you know that.
I have heard similar complaints. Yeah, this is it. We covered all the topics.
Did we
can leave, and Peter talks about FIDE for the next hour.
Did we cover Aim Chess?
What's Aim Chess? Sorry, shout out to aimchess.com. Great website. Aim Chess Rapid. Oh yeah, I didn't follow that one. Laurent beat somebody. That's maybe why I didn't follow.
I beat. I lost to.
You're a world champion killer. Laurent Fressinet beating Kramnik.
I beat Kramnik, second match of the day. I guess. I mean, like, I felt that I'm getting tired quite quickly, but someone was getting more tired than me. I mean, you can watch the game and end the 4.
Yeah, he forced a draw when he could mate in 4, right?
Yeah, it was mate in 4 in the first game where he took the draw. And well,
Did he
I didn't
write
say-
an
I-
open letter that you didn't resign when he had made them fourth?
and yeah, but no, but I was winning like 5 months before, but I thought it was a draw as well. I mean, like, and actually there's at least two ways to mate in 4. So yeah, that was funny. And the second game he blundered a very simple fork, but yeah. So I won few matches, but unfortunately I lost to Vietnamese twice. So Le Quang and Le Muan Tin. Well, nothing to. They played well. Yeah, they are good in this. I mean, in general, against Chinese, I guess they have the same school than Vietnamese. I mean, I cannot guess a move, and I'm just
More hot takes.
no. They are playing together a lot, yeah, in this ASEAN stuff. So, I mean, I guess, I mean, like they play more against Chinese than against Europeans, no? So I guess
I'm
you
not
have
sure
the
if
style of.
that's true. I guess it depends on the player.
Yeah, but I don't know. For me, it's the same experience that I generally cannot guess a move, and I'm losing at the end. So I don't. I mean, their style is just tough to me.
Mhm.
So yeah, I lost both matches, but I won few. But Magnus in Division 1, I was playing Division 3. So in Magnus in Division 1, well, as usual, playing well, playing E4 1 A6 against Jordan in the first match. Then D4 2 C6. I mean, some random stuff, but yeah.
Hey,
Some random
what
pawn
are you-
moves.
that
Come on, Peter,
you are-
produce big files on all these moves. So I
Of
want
course.
back from the golf course.
this A6 is a very flexible system. You know, play it Caro-Kann style or French style.
Okay, that's cool. So why don't you start with E4 C6? Just to,
Well, you can, but
you are forcing D4. Yeah?
well, I mean, I think the point is that you want to play one E4 A6, but you want to show that the idea is not B5.
Okay.
So the point is
B5
just that he's
The waiting
stronger than
move.
Jordan, and
No, B5 is the
even be
culprit.
stronger
Then you
after
are
E4, A6.
after B5 you start having a bad position, but A6 is not too bad.
Would you
Okay.
say it's a draw after E4, A6, D4, C6, or is white winning?
Yeah. I think it's a draw. Yeah.
Still a draw? Good bit.
No, that I would feel pretty sure it's a draw in correspondence.
So I think he beat Caruana. He beats many strong players. I mean, it's always very strong, this Division 1. And well, as usual, he won. So
Sometimes he didn't win, mainly when I go with him. But yeah, so
Is that track record still intact?
I think so. Yeah, I cannot remember when I didn't go with him when he didn't win the last time. To be honest,
But if he needs to challenge himself by playing E4, A6, D4, C6, then why not bring you to some more tournaments?
yeah, you could argue that, but also you want some challenge, but not the big ones.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know.
So the next thing is, well, talking about you going with him, you are going to World Cup.
No,
You're not going to World Cup. We won't meet in Baku.
I sincerely doubt that.
I mean, what do you mean? That I will
Well,
be
that I
out
sincerely
before you
doubt it.
come, or
I'm not coming. No,
you're not coming at all, yeah?
I don't think so. I will. Maybe he will call me around 4 and say, "Okay, maybe actually now it's getting interesting." I don't know.
Okay. I didn't know. Okay. So
I think
yeah,
I
so
told
good.
you the last time that I'm not going. I mean, we also spoke about it that me and Jan sort of, swapped tournaments, and this one was for Jan.
But he's not going as well.
I
He's going to
understand.
Ibiza.
But
Yes,
no,
he's busy.
I'm not gonna go to the
You'll
World
be
Cup.
all by yourself in Baku.
Yeah, you are our
That's a pity.
correspondent.
But all your French friends are there.
Yeah, maybe not for
Who's going? Not Ali Reza, of course, but
MVL.
MVL?
Yeah, well,
Jose?
I decided that maybe we meet. We told him that hopefully we'll see him in Baku, and he said maybe at the airport because he's coming.
That is true.
He's coming the 31st, which is the second game of first round. So we are all playing the first. No, Maze is not qualified for World Cup, Jan.
Well,
I thought maybe as a coach. I don't know. I believe in Mazetovic.
No. Moussa, Bakro, Lagarde. and
Lagarde.
myself. Yeah, and our MVL is joining second round. So yeah, many players anyway, more than 200. So
What's
But
the favorite? What's the format? It's
knockout
We had, let's say 128. I know it's 200, but let's say,
Yeah.
for simplicity's sake, 128 player knockout. You play 2 tournament games. Then what? 4 rapid games? It's
Two
still 4 rapid
classical.
games?
No, it's 2.
Yeah, 2 classicals, then 2
Two blitz.
rapid games, then 2 blitz. Yeah.
2 rapid, you mean you probably play some 10 plus something, yeah. Then you play 2 blitz, and then you play 1 blitz, 1 blitz, 1 blitz.
But this is the new thing. There is no Armageddon
Yeah.
game. There is
There is no
sudden death
Armageddon.
games.
What's 1-1-1? It's just whoever wins. Yeah, like
Yeah.
what?
Exactly,
Uh-huh.
3+2. Well, this is
So,
better than Armageddon, where
whoever
PCs
gets
are
white
playing.
in the first 1-1-1 has an advantage.
Correct.
But it's after 8 games.
I
and it's still
understand.
4-4, so
Well, it's interesting.
yeah,
They would change
it's a
it.
bit unfair, but yeah,
But,
that's how it is.
so, who are the favorites? What
Can
are
I
the
say-
odds? Like, if we have to
So-
give percentages.
Alieza, no, he's not playing.
It is out, but still the favorite.
No, everybody is playing. It's what you. I mean, like there's Swiss sports for the candidates. So I mean,
I
Magnus is not
understand.
playing
But give me
because
some
of it.
percentages. How much does Magnus have to win it?
40.
40. Wow, that's high. He's never won.
No. It's not 40. It's 30 at best. 30 at best. 20 between. I would say 30. Okay.
Yeah, how are we
30.
gonna find out? But yeah.
Yeah, we will never. Yeah, not more. I mean, how can you? I guess like how many people can win this thing? More than 10, no?
I would think so. Yeah.
I mean, let's say Magnus, Caruana, Duda, MVL, Abdusatorov, Gukesh,
Historically, we've had quite a few different
So-
winners. No, like
Giri.
You're not gonna mention Nakamura?
Giri cannot win. Nakamura.
do
Yeah,
we think
I'm sure-
Nakamura is the second seat, not by rating, but
for
by
sure because
percentages?
it's rapid. It's rapid and yeah, okay. It's
I don't think so. But
Nepo can
Who do
win.
you think is?
Caruana, he's very good in rapid. No,
Yeah,
but I
Caruana
think,
we said already. Yeah, Aronian. Aronian is not playing. Sorry. Yeah,
I think
that's
Caruana has
maybe-
bigger chance of winning the World Cup than Nakamura. But
Yeah,
I think
this format historically hasn't done well. No, like
no, I understand.
trying to recall. I think
I could be wrong.
I don't remember the whole action.
Very, very long tournament. I don't know if Nakamura will actually somewhat tire. Maybe he's good at taking breaks.
He never tires. He has limitless energy. He's streaming whatever 12 hours a day,
He's-
and he
he's
crashes
newly married.
all the
Okay,
online
let's
tournaments.
get into these kind of details. Yeah,
Is that
But-
still a theory out there that marriage costs
it
you
was at
rating
some
points?
point, right? I mean, but
I think it's a dated theory.
yeah. Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah. Congratulations
Congrats.
to Hikaru. Yeah, so I guess around 10, 15 people could win. Pragananda, Irgazi, can they win? Probably not.
Of course, Gukesh, any of them can win. Get a good run. I mean, they might not be favorites in one single match, but they're not that big underdogs in
Yeah.
a match. So they don't have a chance against anybody. I like my boy Abdusatorov. He's tough
Yeah,
sportsman,
yeah,
well
yeah.
prepared, going to be good in rapid. I think his nerves are good.
Yeah.
Not saying he's the top favorite, of course, but I like his chances.
When do the big clashes start? Like in the last 16, more or less, yeah? Must be the logic.
Normally,
Okay,
final 16, final 8, it gets very exciting. That's normally the best 2 rounds, no? Like the last 16, last 8.
Laurent against Giri would be round 3, and then round 4 it would be Giri
Laurent
Swidler according to
Abdusatorov.
rating, right?
Yeah, no, but if I play Giri, it's last 32, yeah?
So
that's
Giri
64.
Swidler is a last 16 match?
No,
No.
it's last
That's one
32
round
matches.
before. Yeah.
If I play Giri.
Yeah. No, just to get an idea about sort of when do you clash with what, yeah.
He has a tough pairing, come on. Let's see if I get there. Yeah, okay, so 10, 15 people can win, so 30%. Yeah, I guess, I mean, for Maxime, for instance, I will take my boy Maxime. I think he's very good I know. We all know that he's very good in Rapid and Blitz, so this format is very good for him. He did very, very well in that format. So I would give
He
him
usually
10.
loses to Levon in like some quarterfinals. They play some 16-game match, and then Levon wins the last game.
Yeah, but he can go till the end, yeah? I mean, what does he have? Like this kind of players, we think Abdusatov, MVL, they have 8% of winning. Do you think?
Does MVL appreciate it that you only praise how strong he is when Ali Reza is not in the tournament? If not, it's all Ali Reza talk. Like,
I don't know. We should ask him. But well, Ali Reza, of course, would be excellent in that format. That's for sure.
Ali Reza's busy. What's going on there?
I don't know. I saw he's in the Grand Suisse. He's playing there, which Magnus is not playing actually. They did put out some list. I did receive an invite just to annoy Peter, but
Me too.
You said
me too.
exactly the same earlier.
I'm skipping that. Don't
I'm
worry.
also skipping.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 weeks of yeah. If they would make it in Pattaya, maybe I would reconsider things. But
Where is it? Isle of Man?
yeah, in October, so the weather is quite poor.
So you prefer a handsome man to Isle of Man?
Yeah.
Understood.
So we should pick a favorite. Except Magnus. Magnus is a favorite. Who is your second? Who would you pick as a second horse? Let's pick 3 horses each, or something like that.
Okay, give me Magnus, Hikaru, and Abdusatorov.
Okay.
You can have
I will get the
Maxime,
No, I take Magnus.
Lagarde.
We all take
and Magnus.
I take Magnus, MVL, and
Well, I get Caruana then.
Gukesh. It's on the record. You take Caruana, Magnus, and
Geary.
Well, we should do this for money because you're going for jokes. So Laurent has to take all the French. It's so easy.
No, you took out Satorov. That somehow was a bit
You're allowed to take the same just at midtime, right?
Ah, really? Okay.
I don't know how the rules are. Like,
Yeah.
Naka. I
also,
don't know.
no one wants Nepomniachtchi.
He's already qualified
No.
for the candidate.
He's already qualified. Yeah, fair.
I don't know if
Yeah,
his
but you
card
need
is
someone. No,
fully
but,
in it.
Wesley. I forgot Wesley. Oh, Wesley is a beast in that format. Yeah, Wesley. Forgot. So I'm taking MVL and Wesley and Magnus. Oh, you have someone. I mean, you didn't take people. I don't know. Maybe you are rooting for them, but I like to take people I'm rooting for. So Magnus, I would be happy if he wins. MVL, I would be happy. Wesley, okay, he's our boy. He's
Shout out to Wesley.
But he's the president of the Chicken Chess Club.
He knows.
He knows. Yeah. So yeah, Wesley in that format, of course, you can go all the way without losing. So,
But is he so strong nerve-wise? I thought that matters quite a bit.
Yeah, but he's so good at chess. Don't worry.
Also, this knockout format, it's not like being chicken hurts you very much. No, I mean,
yeah, exactly.
With the chess skill, chickens normally do well in the knockout.
Yeah, it could hurt you in the terms of that you might actually tire incredibly if you go for a bunch of playoffs and stuff like this.
I'm not sure. Like, I mean, makes sense, but track record-wise, we've also seen a lot of guys just playing playoffs every game, every match, and then winning the thing. Like,
also, if you're a very nervous
habits.
character, it's a long tournament. I mean, you can basically be knocked out all the time. It's gonna wear you down to some extent, I guess. But maybe I'm just that's equal for everybody to some extent, perhaps.
I don't know. I never went very far in this World Cup. I didn't have time to get tired, to be honest.
No.
So let's see. I really hope to get super tired. But yeah, no, that's. I mean, I guess if you spend if you're in semifinals, must be.
I mean,
it must be quite something.
The only time, I did well there. I went to the 4th round, all times playoff. I was absurdly tired afterwards. Yeah. Maybe I'm just in bad shape and such, but this was.
I went to the 2nd round once and I was very tired already.
Yeah.
Seems tired. I'm not kidding. Yeah, also, it's a weird tournament in a sense that there tend to be a lot of people in the beginning, but then you're by yourself in the end, which it's weird, no? For chess players, you're more used to having people around, like you don't have to talk to them. But if you're there all by yourself, all of a sudden it's very strange. Like, the character of the event really changes. Like, your friends might go home, might not have dinner company. Like, it's strange. I know
We should
Laurent is
ask him.
prepared for a long
We
one.
should ask MVL when you will see all his buddies leave
Yeah.
after 1 week.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, I generally like it in terms of it feels like a sport event that you're actually willing to send people home. You get them knocked out. There's a lot of tension and stuff like this. Some similarities to a football World Cup. But I agree that the times I've been there, it's been weird. Also, well, I was there with Magnus the time he got knocked out by Boo right in the third round.
Mhm.
That was also pretty weird. I mean, suddenly you go home 2 weeks earlier than planned and things like this. But I guess it's kind of normal in other sports.
Yeah, and tennis it must be like this every event.
Maybe in other sports you're more in your own bubble, while in chess we do actually socialize. But okay, maybe describing chess as a very social sport is stretching it a bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You could also argue it's less professional, while most top tennis
Yeah.
players they have their own bubble and teams and so on.
Yeah.
Chess top players, it's quite often like that. No, like
No,
like
for example,
Frollo.
Magnus, I mean, well, he just bring his own team.
Magnus not gonna go for dinner with Laurent. No, I mean he has
Probably
his-
not. No.
Although maybe I
Yeah,
never
could.
know.
But again, my money is on no.
Will we meet? I mean, that's the first question. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not completely. It's not
Also,
100%.
I mean, the World Cup is more serious than a normal tournament,
of course.
right? I would say. I
No,
mean,
and also we are not used to this. I mean, let's face it. I mean, with the new generation, they are more used to the knockout format, while all of us were not. I mean, it was actually the only tournament in the year where we could go just home early. Let's say in general, you just finish your tournaments. So yes, that's very different because you are tense all the time. Because as you said, I mean, I saw many people. I remember I checked some second game of Motilov. I think I saw his position, he was slightly better. He made a draw in the first round, and the next time I saw him, he was at the reception trying to change his ticket 2 hours later. I mean, this can just one blunder and you are changing your ticket. So that we are not used to, and I think it's really what makes World Cup different.
I think chess players don't like it, and maybe it's for that reason. I mean, in tennis, well, if you have to lose by one blunder, it has to be a very, very tense 5-set match where you are basically equal. I mean, tennis is more a game of averages, while in chess it's a game of blunders, right? Maybe, well, my feeling was there was quite some hostility toward it in our generation. Maybe these days, less so. I thought it was very interesting events, but they, of course, feels very, very different. It was hard to get used to this idea that you're just getting kicked out, right?
Yeah. But also for second-tier players, not sure how the money is nowadays, but there was some incentive, and it could also be a moneymaker. If you survive 2, 3, 4 rounds and you're not part of the super tournament crew, there was decent money to be made there. Maybe that's also, I'm not sure if that made people more or less nervous, but it used to be a factor.
This has gotten worse, the financial system.
No.
Situation for the players, but I don't want to be the one criticizing FIDE here.
No, I played World Cup. Since I'm playing World Cups, I think it didn't change at all. But it got worse because of inflation, you could argue. But since 2000, I played my first World Cup in 2007. I don't think the prices have changed. Okay, you mean the first?
Compared to the first one, yes, and also now, well, they added this extra round, right? So you probably have to win one more match, and that's 3 more days of expenses and things like. I mean, in the World Cup, players pay their own expenses; they get a prize, but that's it, right?
Yeah, but without this first round and these 200 players, I wouldn't be in. So I don't. So I didn't really count that as a...
No.
You wouldn't have gotten the French wildcard without it?
No.
That is very fair.
There is no, I mean, 128 players, you cannot... There is no... I mean, like, there's 4 wildcards for the...
Actually, Jan is the only one in this company who's not gotten a FIDE wildcard at some point, right?
I haven't given up hope. Emil, if you're listening, if you want to apologize for my lack of wildcards, appeals committee, you ever need some fresh blood, some youth, somebody in their 40s in the appeals committee, call me.
Only in their 70s, yeah?
So maybe that's the most important. Who is in the appeal committee of World Cup? I'm sure you know that, Peter.
I checked it as part of my preparation for this episode. I did actually.
Yeah. So
it's, Emil Sotovsky is in the appeals committee.
Who is he? Present.
Yeah, please present. But very
Who is
modestly,
Emil
he didn't
Sotovsky?
take the chairman position. This is Faik Gazanov, and then it's Boris Postovsky and Emil Sotovsky.
Oh, Boris Postovsky
Boys,
is back.
he's so friendly.
So-
I mean, they're so friendly.
They're
He's
actually
always very
making
friendly, no?
Yeah, he's incredibly friendly. I like him.
Yeah. I don't know what his juridical background is, and he's also not that young, but no, I don't know.
Yeah. So you would prefer Jan and myself instead of
I would prefer one of you.
one of you.
Thank you.
It's-
Well, no, Jan has a juridical background. I actually think it gives him
I
some
do.
qualifications.
I do as well. Yeah, sure.
You? I mean, well,
Yeah,
that
of course.
sounds like on the wrong side of it. No.
Track record is not a. Not a
Yeah,
factor.
it's not. I mean, you have a political sort of police record. It doesn't
I got
count.
sued many times. So,
I don't think that counts.
Arrested many times in France for being too lazy to strike.
Yeah.
Raciné at this strike.
I mean, the juridical background to judge a chess game. I mean,
But I mean, you don't have to judge a chess game. You have to actually read the paragraphs and make rulings based on that.
No, you have
Yeah,
to do nothing,
wow.
Peter. That's the secret. We want
I
to go there
know.
to do nothing. If there's something, we'll talk about it for half an hour. But that's not the plan.
Yeah, I understand that.
We'll just hang out.
It's wrong. It's immoral.
Oh boy,
Oh, something has to be
More.
done. Should there be?
we don't know that.
Should there be
What
an
does it
occasion? Immortal?
Maybe we will see. We will see what happens. But
Yeah,
that one
but
I did actually check out. So
Okay, we are still waiting for an offer for this appeals committee.
yeah.
Jan and myself. I mean, please
I don't know. I'm
Fide.
losing patience over
Wake up.
here.
Wake up, Fide.
Oh, they have changed their policies a bit, I think. But no. I don't think you're close. But
Is there a fair and transparent bidding process?
I don't think so. I think so.
Bidding process is the wrong wording. Okay.
Yeah. No. But I mean, well, for other things, they actually have this that if you want to be a FIDE arbiter, you have to list yourself in 2024. I think there is some place where you have to register yourself. I'm afraid you
Okay.
don't have the necessary qualifications, though.
But I have 300 euros, or hopefully.
Yeah,
That's
that
not how it
is-
works.
Maybe actually you could get but you will have to get the FIDE license then to be an arbiter.
Easy.
Yeah,
I'm still a FIDE senior trainer or not? I have to check.
Well, it depends if you are probably. Well, they don't
guess I
take
am.
away
I
your
guess I
title.
am.
But, you are. You're active trainer.
I would guess so. Senior, I hope.
Well, then you have to pay your license fees. I'm also a senior trainer, but I'm inactive.
No. I'm active. You're not really a senior. Yeah, if you're a senior trainer, if you're an active.
No,
I'm
maybe.
very active.
Okay, fair enough. Who is paying
No, you have to be a German Federation, I hope.
Federation? Okay,
Greetings.
yeah. My heroes, by the way. But yeah,
Yeah, supporting the good causes.
very much so.
So this is it. Laurent
Yeah.
is going to the World Cup to represent
France.
France.
I think also we should explain to our listeners that this episode is shorter than normal, despite there's been this huge break. But we are getting to the stage in life where we forget things. We simply can't remember these events, right? That's why we have.
No,
little
I
to
just
talk
haven't followed any of them. Like I didn't have time in Bali or in Thailand yesterday. The waves were very high on Koh Lan, so I really and also internet very spotty here. It's rough. It's rough to keep track, but we have great plans for the future, as usual. I would guess Laurent will ghost us for another 3 months, but we have another great project that we can.
Come on. No, never. I will never do that. But I'm a bit busy. Yeah, that's true. I'm playing
Yeah.
But
I keep being impressed with your chess career.
from September. But I'm playing a lot. I mean, like it's good. It's better to play a lot than from time to time. I
How
found
did
this
you get
out.
into this Division 2? You just qualified easily, or you just squeezed in on the last spot?
No. I finished 31st. I played so tight the last couple of rounds to make those because I saw I had a good tie break 31st and it was top 32. And then you got to mini match and I played this guy Theodore and I beat him.
But also,
And
you
that's
got the mini match,
Congrats.
but that's where they could choose the opponents.
No, I'm playing. You play. It's 9th against 32nd, 10th against.
So you got someone who was
31st.
doing much better than you, and you beat him.
Yeah, but I could play Levon. I mean, Levon was in that region. I mean, this guy Theodore is good, but he's not. Let's say 27 plus. I mean, I could get a 2700 player for sure,
Okay.
but it was not to be.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was not easy. No, I only made +2 in the qualifier, and then it's
Amazing.
2 games mini match. I mean, anything can happen. No, it's my theory actually. I think that, let's say, 10 players are really much better than the others in this format. The rest, it's very.
But what's your
50.
theory? That in a
It's
2-game match
50-50.
with Naka, I have a chance, but in 100
No.
games, I will not get a point. Yeah.
No. I told you 10 players are really above the rest, or maybe 10, 15 players are really. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
fair
think
enough.
I really don't like my chances. But against the rest, when I play Vladdy, I mean, he can blunder, I can blunder. Anything can happen.
Poor
Laurent's
Vladdy.
trying to sound modest, but what he's really saying is that he's the number 11 in the world. That's the statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm tied for number 11 in the world, yeah, with 100 people.
You and some other guys.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, guys, I'll go for dinner very late in Thailand. It's been
Fide?
a pleasure to see you.
no
And
Fide?
Laurent, best of luck. No, that will be Fide, but I can go for dinner.
Yeah.
Laurent, best of luck in the World Cup.
Thank you very much.
I'll be rooting for you if I find
Thank
internet
you. Wow.
on my island.
Thank you.
And yeah, good to see you. I'm sure Peter has a lot of stuff, but I need my Massaman curry. It's been a great pleasure. See you next time.
Bye-bye,
Yeah.
Jan.
He already left, huh?
He left, yeah.
I'm not sure. Okay, go ahead.
Well, no, I think actually for this episode, we do need a feeder segment because 1 week ago, it was International Chess Day. And, well, what happened was, in my opinion, extremely embarrassing for the world of chess. Our FIDE president, Arkady Dvorkovich, showed up in the Central Chess Club in Moscow together with Putin spokesman Dmitry Peskov, and they were both doing speeches together there. And, well, this was literally at the same time when, over a week that, for instance, Odessa was attacked massively with missiles from Russia, and with Peskov being the spokesperson on that. So, well, you have him the day before explaining that, shooting missiles at Odessa, killing innocent people is completely reasonable. And the next day, he shows up together with Dvorkovich, and Dvorkovich greets him as the leader of the chess world. That is, yes, completely unacceptable in my opinion, and it should be spoken about. What is also kind of, I don't know if unacceptable or very telling, is that FIDE just stonewalls about it. You cannot get one comment about it. FIDE doesn't tweet about it. They're basically, it seems like we have to accept that if Dvorkovich is told to go to someone with the Kremlin, he has to do it, but we completely ignore it. No tweet about it or anything. You cannot find any information about it unless you go to the Russian Chess Federation site, for instance. If you ask anyone in the leadership, there's just no comment. So basically, it seems to be that everybody understands if that's what the Kremlin wants, we do it and we try to ignore it. But it really shouldn't be like that. And I find this, not just embarrassing, but extremely wrong. The only exception is actually the German Chess Federation. The German Chess Federation said clearly that this is completely unacceptable and should not happen at all. More chess federations should do like that. I mean, we cannot associate ourselves with Peskov. We cannot have our president of chess standing next to him at the same time when missiles are flying towards Odessa. Simply, I mean, there's chess players in Odessa, but just on a general level, I find it as shameful as it can be for chess, and that all federation, all in the FIDE leadership, is completely aware that it's happening, but just looking the other way is not just a shame. It's embarrassing, in my opinion. But well, if Laurent wants to chip in here, we can debate it. But
No. This is
no,
5 minutes.
but I think, but my
Uninterrupted.
point is that
I'm listening.
it illustrates the problem that people are uncomfortable talking with it. But it's basically like we accept that. Well, this is the price we
No,
have
I
to
agree.
pay.
I agree actually with you. I mean, it's
But I think
unacceptable. Yeah.
that's the problem. I think everybody agrees that this is wrong, but no one really dares doing anything about it. I think that the FIDE Council should say that, well, I'm sorry, but we cannot do it like this. But there is no one who is willing to defend it, and there's no one who is willing to stop it. And well, that is sad. It basically leads to the conclusion is that, well, we seem to accept this is the realities. That's how the chess world is, but it really shouldn't be, in my opinion. And well, there could be other things to criticize, but I think this one is extremely important, of course. Another thing is that, well, Ivanchuk actually finally got to play the World Cup. At first, he didn't get the permit from the Ukrainian state. Well, generally, the rule in Ukraine is that if you're between 18 or 60 and a male, you cannot leave the country without a permission from the state. They have given a lot of exceptions. You have seen a lot of Ukrainian chess players play tournament, of course. But the general rule is that you can't leave. And there was this open letters by 6 top grandmasters asking for Ivanchuk to get to leave. And well, in the end, the Ukrainian sports minister actually gave the permission. And well, that I think is good in itself. But it's also, I think that the Ukrainian sports minister was saying it's unreasonable that he's been becoming the bad guy, that they are trying to say, well, he's doing something wrong, while the country is under attack like this. And I also saw several Ukrainian chess players pointing to that when Peskov and Dvorkovich was in Moscow, well, you could see a lot of famous chess players walking around with them. And well, I can imagine for Ukrainian chess players, it's very tough seeing the Russian colleagues hanging out with Peskov when there's literally missiles flying towards them. So, I mean, trying to make Ukrainians bad guys by not giving this permission, I think is
But
very
why?
wrong.
Do you have any idea why? I mean, for instance, I saw Chucky in French League in June.
Well, I think
so why he was
they
not granted
have
this
this they gave this general explanation that it depends on the event and it depends also who is playing. And for instance, in Baku, there is obviously players who has been, for instance, playing together with Kayakin and who is, well, members of the Russian Chess Federation who have not changed to FIDE flag and so on and so forth. That could have happened in France as well. It could also be a matter of the level of prestige and such. Also, you could see, for instance, the Mochichuks was playing the candidates tournaments and they had to take pictures together with Dvorkovich and such. So it could be an individual evaluation. But I think, well, the Ukrainians has loosened their stance a little bit on this subject. And also, well, you might mention the French league. No, of course, Ivanchuk is actually living in Ukraine, but for players living outside Ukraine, there's very little they can do to that extent. But well, Ivanchuk is on his way to the tournament.
Yeah, that's good.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, Jan has left. I don't know if there's anything the two of us should discuss here, or
I wouldn't think so.
You wouldn't think so? No, good.
I think we finished the episode. Thanks a lot for being here and for watching. And thank you, Peter.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure.
It's always
It's
a pleasure.
pity I don't see you in Baku.
Yeah. But well, anyway, we would only have met in the airport. But I mean, best of luck. Actually.
Okay.
No, seriously. I mean, like Jan, I'm a little bit annoyed, but also impressed with your chess level. So I think you will. I think you will last more than a round. I'm looking forward to you playing Geary. Then I will even root for you. I promise. So that should be fun.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Bye.